I was gonna talk about this on the podcast, but apparently life gets too much in the way to be able to talk about this in the podcast. So I'm gonna say it here now, better than never, because quite frankly, this is like my personal golden trophy that I keep myself to this point, and I think it's worth sharing it with you. Basically, you know Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde, the far right comedian, the far right troll, the part of the $1 million extreme troop, the mass shooting hoaxer that keeps popping around the news every time there's a mass shooting. I don't think he needs proper introduction. I think the video we did on Sam Hyde previously sums up the whole situation with Sam Hyde pretty much. But Sam Hyde, right? I don't think even you could probably say in the comments as a Sam Hyde fan that, oh, he's gonna crush you with his 600-pound muscle buddy. Who gives a shit, honestly? What is he gonna do? Travel to Spain and get a flight to Spain or to San Sebastian and beat me up? That's not gonna happen. Be realistic with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. He's like, his ego is as small as his fucking penis, okay? Basic gist of it is not gonna fucking do it ever. And if he does it, he's gonna get into deep shit already. So, figure out why. Sam Hyde. I do think, speaking of which, this might be in the indicator of Sam Hyde's final demise, because apparently it seems Sam Hyde is as easily trollable as any of his previous victims, like I'd understood. Because quite frankly, I think, like I said, he has the ego so small, like the size of his own small penis. And that really says a lot when you bring up on Twitter the Marky Question, which obviously prompts up to people like me getting blocked by Sam Hyde on Twitter, which is pretty indicatory of why he will obviously retort and retch and kvetch over this Marky Question on Twitter when you keep bringing it up over and over to annoy him very much, in the same fashion that he will troll anybody else. So this is kind of like a situation of the troll trolls a troll kind of thing, like I usually do with Sam Hyde. And let me explain what the Marky situation pretty much is. For those uninitiated, the last recorded date when we could point out when Sam Hyde was dating Marky, which was Sam Hyde's girlfriend back in the day, was in 2014. This is the year where we last saw Sam Hyde dating Marky, or Marky Thompson, as you may want to call it. Apparently, this very particular year is pretty funny, and I'm basically pulling out the numbers here from Silver Lieutenant Corvus's old video that's already been removed for some other reason, because apparently Sam Hyde's fans keep flagging it for some other reason or something. I have no fucking idea why it fucking disappeared, but there it is. The numbers here indicate that in 2014, you can easily pull off Marky Thompson's age from her voting records. And at the time of 2014, she was 16. And Sam Hyde, being a grown-ass adult that he is, was around 20-something years old. 25, 26 or whatever, according to these numbers down below. Which is pretty fucking creepy. And it's really an indicator that Sam Hyde, aside of being an obvious fucking fascist, is a fucking groomer. But you may put it in the fucking comments, oh, well, according to Rhode Island law, the age of consent is 16. Who gives a shit? Okay, I still think it's medieval and creepy that a 20-something-year-old man is dating a girl that's nearly a decade junior. It's still creepy and medieval and utterly borderline grooming shit that he's dating a borderline underage girl, if not just underage, because 16 is just the limit. It's just like way far below his age and way far into borderline age of consent shit. So that justification doesn't work on shit on me, okay? He's still borderline a fucking groomer, if not just a fucking groomer. Which makes sense why it breaks Sam Hyde's ego for just a bit, enough to block me on Twitter, which I keep this Twitter block as my personal trophy of my own, because I think it's a sign of how much can I break Sam Hyde's ego even more, which is pretty ironic because for such a tough troll guy, he has this ego again of the size of his small penis and as fragile as a shard of glass, which, let me remind you, is mainly because his soul is so small. So yeah, that's probably my own personal trophy of Sam Hyde blocking me on Twitter, and as well a sign that Sam Hyde may soon especially come to an end, especially considering the recent events going on between Jet Neptune and Frank Castle. And let me tell you, these folks are Com98 or whatever they fucking call, like Sam Hyde's company and all that shit. They use each other, including Sam Hyde, like use disposable tampons. So it's no wonder why these people keep fighting each other like usual. That alt-righting fighting is nothing new. I'm just saying that this shit happening is as entertaining as watching a trash fire unfold in slow motion. And honestly, I enjoy watching this shit burn. And I do really enjoy it while obviously nagging Sam Hyde myself with my own brand of fucking trolling. Because let's face it, this man, like I said in the previous video about Sam Hyde, is a fucking trash fire. He's a failure. Aside of a little boxing ring victory that he got like, I don't know, a couple of years back, and his boxing career is nothing more than a pathetic failure of a comedian and an absolute failure of a human being. Fish Tank, well, you can say whatever you want about Fish Tank, but I mean, unless you're an edgy 12-year-old who has a chuckle with it, I don't think Fish Tank is gonna make it as some sort of successful kind of thing outside of its own niche. So yeah, apparently Sam Hyde, it's probably gonna be over soon, and I'm gonna probably call it if he actually gets in his downfall. Because quite frankly, I saw the telltale signs from miles away, and no matter how many sheep he can hire, like Nick Watchford or Charles Carroll or Jet Neptune or Frank Castle or whatever, I think he's gonna be eventually betrayed by his own pack of sheep, and then obviously thrown to the sidelines and thrown under the bus like any of these alt-right goons. Because quite frankly, especially considering the Frank Castle and Jet Neptune situation, this is probably gonna become a trash fire, and I'm enjoying it, watching the fireworks unfold. So yeah, if you didn't watch the previous Sam Hyde video that we did, I sure you want to click on this thumbnail here. See you next time. Bye bye. Mwah.